It's called leprosy. If you look at, according to the Bible standpoint, leprosy change your skin what? It turns your skin what? To what color? White. So if leprosy turns your skin white, then what were you before then? And if you read these stories, you find out that the lepers were kicked out of the towns and the cities, and they banded together in what was called lepers camps. They were mistreated by the people. The people didn't want them amongst them. So after some time, it became more of them and more of them and more of them. And then, according to these stories, they migrated to what? They migrated to what? The Caucasus Mountains. These are a harsh people. If you even look at us, how we're made, the black man naturally don't. Most black men don't have big legs. Most black men don't have big legs, but if you look at them, most of their legs are strong. Why? Them niggas been climbing in mountains. This is where they come from. You dig what I'm saying? You always see they on some war stuff. Why? Because they come from a people of time of harsh times, yo. It's easy for them to knock their parents off. This is a new phenomenon where black kids are killing their parents, bro. That's a new phenomenon, bro. But for them, everything was war. Everything was hard. Everybody had to scrap for everything. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that's just sitting right there that people don't really see about these people.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. I just want to chime in real quick. I'm not here to debunk. I'm not here to argue. But the first known civilization actually come from Iraq. I land.
You gotta show that to me, bro. Cause I mean, and like I said, like you said, you ain't here to debunk, but you just debunked something. So that's actually false. So show me where that comes from. Show me that.
So who were the first? Okay. So who were the first? Who was it? Who were the first known civilization to man?
And the funny thing about me is, Brick, is I'll use the biblical stories and I'll use the Quran too. That's the funny thing about me. And both of these things will show you that the Garden of Eden was in Africa. It was in Africa, bro. And you got to understand that
The garden.
also, as we look at the world today is not how it was before. There were no mass bodies of water that separated people like that. Even if you go to the biblical stories, you see this person was here, and the next minute they done got on a ship and they over there. The whole world was a big landmass. Is the reason why people were able to go from here to there. I'm saying, like, people could travel. It's not, they can travel. Like, you can move from here to there because they ain't had to cross no major bodies of water, bro. So what we look at as this place called Iran, or this place called Iraq, or this place called Egypt, or this place called that, they weren't called these places back then.
It was called
You talking
Mesopotamia.
about
It was called Mesopotamia, and the Mesopotamia civilization, which the Sumerians, it's three more. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Pause on that. But the first, the first, the first known civilizations, man, was the Sumerians. They come
So,
from the region of Mesopotamia. The region of Mesopotamia today will be considered Iraq. You know what I'm
you said
saying?
you said
that's
civilization. Whoever that is in Korean, you're in a matrix. You said civilization. I said the
Yeah.
first man. I said I ain't say civilization. I said the first man on
But the
this earth
first,
was an
but the
ape.
people, but the Sumerians were here before first man. First man was Adam. First man was air quote Adam, right?
All
They
right,
was
and
here.
what?
They was.
allegedly.
Hey, Kareem, you in the Matrix, bro. And it was people here. It's even the Bible, bro. They was
Yeah,
here.
I know that it was other people, but that's right. And if you read the Bible, you read the Quran, one will understand. One will say to themselves, like, "Hold on, this story don't make sense because how did Cain get kicked out and then he met his wife? Where did she come from? You dig what I'm saying? How did he meet his wife if Adam and Eve just had these two, three kids? How did he get kicked out and then he met his wife? So I'm agreeing with there was other people, no doubt. I'm not knocking that. Where you go at? Come back.
I mean, you. So you. It's nothing else to say. I'm my thing is I'm going off what the link said. The link said the first the first person of the people were from Africa. That's not a true statement.
But scientists say that's the oldest sign of life is from the continent of Africa.
That don't make
So look, all I'm saying to you is this, bro, and we can
Ain't
reach.
y'all in the, ain't y'all talking about the same place? Ain't
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
ain't Iraq in Africa?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Originally,
it's next door to it, nigga. I'm looking at the shit right now on the map,
see,
bro. I
you
added up the
looking at
same shit up, bro.
the world as it is now. That's what you're looking at. All these borders that's been placed into existence by so-called modern man. That's why it doesn't make sense to me when they say the people that are occupying the land of Israel are the real Jews. It doesn't make sense. I know that you migrated from Europe. You don't even look like the people in Palestine. You know what I'm saying? So how can you be naturally from that land?
Yeah, the motherfuckers ain't
You
that far
must
now.
be
Them
talking
hoes are a
about the
couple states
Pangea fact.
away.
That's what I'm talking about, Pangea. Homie, homie, you cannot get us from anything else. Everything has to come from us. Everything has to be a spin off from us. You look genetically, it has to be. We have the most dominant genes, bro. We mix with anybody, it's gonna have us in it.
He's correct.
Just
Hey,
show.
hey, I get all that, but when we say the motherfuckers not human though, what that's the shit I don't get. How a white motherfucker ain't human? They got the
Um,
same shit we got.
I'm not. I've never ever put that out there. That's not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I am saying that they come from us, bro.
Yeah, that's not that
So
don't
they
make sense.
not the so they
You in the
not the
matrix
Neanderthals.
again, Corinne.
What you say?
Damn.
What you say, Stu?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking about what Ray said that I was just saying, yeah, that don't make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get that shit when people like they not human.
And that's
They just
stupid, bro.
white. They just white, mother.
It's just a skin pigment, dog. That's all it is. That's the thing about it. Every creature on this earth has an albino creature, bro. A white alligator, you got a white. It was a disorder.
Boy, I'm trying to remember these names right now. If you take the story of is it Esau and Jacob? Yo, yo, I ain't gonna front. I love knowledge, yo. I love it, and I don't know everything, man. So I love learning new things. But I'm gonna tell you who break this story down so well for the person that doesn't want to read. Louis Farrakhan break the story down so well, bro. So well. It's two nations, this and this won't. It was two nations, you know what I'm saying? And you can go do your own research, but yo, yeah, they come from us, bro. It's a genetic spinoff, bro. If you
That's
take, go ahead, bro.
no. I was gonna say that's why you got mixed kids now. If it wasn't genetically right, it wouldn't happen, bro.
Factuals. But if you take your black self, right, and you move your black self to Alaska, let's just say Alaska, right, and you reproduce and you take 100 years from now, I guarantee you the offspring that come from you will not look like you. Guarantee you that.
100%. Cause you don't need that dark skin no more, bro. You're not
Exactly.
blocking from the fucking sun.
Exactly, bro.
That's
So
all it is, bro.
yeah, bro. Exactly, bro. So that means that the pigmentation in the skin is going to change. Facial things, all things are going to change, bro.
But doesn't well doesn't the sun also prove that that black pigment is superior, because we can survive in the sun versus a lighter pigment that might end up getting sick or what skin cancer from the sun. But at the same time, we need the sun to survive. Well, allegedly, we need the sun to survive. You need that what is it called from the sun for your body in order to create longer life jeopardy.
Again, I would love someone to explain how they're actually human.
They are human or aren't human, Kareem?
That they're human.
You
Oh,
got,
okay.
you got,
Go ahead,
you
go
got,
ahead, bro.
yeah. Tell me how they're not human. I want to hear this.
No, I wanna understand how they are. Y'all saying pigmentation, right?
Oh, so you saying they're not human? That's what you're saying?
In my opinion, I don't think they are.
All right. Well,
The
let me.
earth
I'm gonna give you an example, Kareem. If you are an African American nigga, you got some white in you, bro. No cap, nigga.
That's
It's
no
in you,
cap
bro.
on that.
So
No
that
cap on that.
motherfucker mean that you are not human, my brother. So just think about that.
technically we're not human either. We're extraterrestrials.
Oh god damn it. I tap out. Cheese.
Yo,
No,
hold on. That's not. Now, to be truthful to my little bit of an understanding, right? He's not all the way off. If you go back to the story that they give you in the Bible, right? Adam and Eve were not in this form that we're in. Remember, now according to that story,
Yeah,
because of what so-called Eve did, now man got a lot, die. They were supposed to live for forever. They were
so
not
pretty
in it.
much they was pharaohs or something, right?
Nah, they was in I know it and I can't get it out my mind right now. They were in a different type of form of a body. When they're placed in these skins, it's not talking about clothing. They were ashamed because of their nakedness. They're in another. They're like in some I can't get the word or extraterrestrial like form. Like they were in some different type of form, bro. They were supposed to initially live forever.
Yeah,
I,
see, I'm lost on that. I don't know nothing about that.
I don't feel like going to get the Bible right now. I really don't feel like going to get the Bible, but it shows. It's like so. What happens is when you like sometimes we read and then there's a thing called close reading and really paying attention to what you're reading, not just reading to get through paragraph sentences and paragraphs, but actually sitting there and really paying attention to what you're reading. And if you read this story that's in the book of Genesis, you'll see that they were in they was like in something else. It was something else, and I can't really break it down right now as I want to, and I really didn't want to get in this, but I'm not really debunking the fact of what he said.
Nah. We can move on, brother. We can move on. All right, I got an article up at the top. This is a video when I was looking for the one with the his name is Prince Andrews, is who rubbed his daughter's butt, but this is old girl Megan. And remember how this weekend we was talking about how these motherfuckers out there racist as well, or they wasn't racist. Check this out. She going around shaking people's hands and look how the people some reacted, some didn't react.
Yeah, look at that though. It was a soccer player, a black dude over there. He got blonde hair, and I read an article in Sports Illustrated some years ago about him and how he like supposed to be real nice. Some African native dude over there somewhere, I think Italy. He's real nice. They was calling him niggas and all kind of stuff, monkey and all that. It's super racist, man. So I ain't nobody trying to hear them talking about they ain't racist. Don't forget that the Vatican, whichever pope that was at that time, he's the one to push the whole transatlantic slave trade.
Oh shit.
That's real shit though.
No. I believe. You know, the church is a government in my eyes, my brother.
It is.
Anybody else watch that video?
Yeah, it was one lady. She ain't shake his hand.
Did
Was
you
it? You
see?
see how
No,
they
it's
looking at
more
her?
than one. Go look at it again, Ray. I had to watch it like 4 times. You got one lady put the glasses on. She like, oh shit. She put the glasses on. Then you
You talking
got,
about in the beginning? Yeah, in the beginning. Then they were like, "All right, let's shake the bitch hand."
hey, she pinched one girl because she tried to run from her, dog. Then look at the girl's mom. She kept her head down the whole fucking time. Didn't even look up.
Yeah, yeah.
I
With
said,
the
oh
living eye.
yeah, this is blatant. Usually when she's royal to the people. So usually they be all up on them. Can I check that? She's a celebrity.
Facts.
Yeah, they
Mind
said
you,
touching the royal hand bring you prosperity or some
right.
shit like
And
that.
then mind you, remember old girl Claire said she was already a celebrity before she got on married. So they should be extra happy to see her, correct?
Correct.
Damn.
I mean, like I said, bro, I ain't want to be disrespectful to the lady. It was nice having her in her room, bro. But that man being married to that black lady plays a major role in everything that happened after that.
Oh, 100%. She got the fuck out of the country, nigga.
The whole comment about how dark is the baby was gonna be, that wasn't some I'm not thinking before I speak type joint, bro.
I do kind of believe that though, because you know how motherfuckers just be entitled. They don't even give a fuck.
Being entitled does not make you less sensitive.
I get that, bro, but the motherfuckers be tripping.
Bottom line, man, because it's racist, bro. Like I said, the Vatican started like, yo, I'm telling you, bro, go do your research. They funded the transatlantic slave trade, and they had these people over. Let's not forget that the people that originally came here from over there, they were the lessers. They were lords and dukes that and all type of criminals that they didn't want over there anymore. That's why they sent them over here. And when you take and you look at the transatlantic slave trade, they had them do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? When they originally came over here, initially came over here, they enslaved the indigenous people of this land. It was 70 million plus of these people over here. They had priests over here, and they was noticing that these people was getting knocked off. They sent emissaries back to the Vatican to let that particular pope know, like, hey, like, yo, we knocking these people off, da 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 da. But before then, Europeans of all sorts have been traveling to the continent of Africa. They're wish I had these books right now, man. But they have captain's logs where they were writing in their logs the depiction of our women, how our women would have babies today and be back out in the field tomorrow, still in the field. And they was like, yo, what type of monstrosities are this? They was describing how our women were naturally built with the big butts and the lips and the breasts and stuff like that. So, and they had been enslaving us too before it became some wide scale stuff too. But the Vatican funded that. Yo, these people are able to work out in these hot conditions, these what we can't deal with over there. Was talking about on the continent of Africa, and so they next enslaved us. Transatlantic slave trade, man. Nobody can do what we do, bro. I'm telling you, they can emulate it, but no one can actually do what we do. We could take it from a minor base level. Did you not know that when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in college, there was no dunking? Yo, you can't dunk, yo. You can't dunk. It was a disadvantage because nobody could deal. When Wilt dropped that 100 points, The tallest dude guarding him, white dude, was 6'8". And nigga, it was no 3 seconds in the lane. All Will had to do was stand in the paint all day. Nobody could stop him from dunking the ball.
Yo, check that video out I just posted. This is Prince Andrew.
Like it was a little cuppage at the bottom. Wasn't it look like he cupped that joint for a second?
Hey, the internet don't lose, boy.
He's dead wrong. He
Didn't
tried to
it,
hit on the way down. It was slick,
hey,
a
didn't it look
slick
like he
grabber.
didn't it look like he cupped the joint at the bottom?
Hell yeah, he was tripping. Oh, nasty ass nigga.
He thought it was wide for a second.
The internet is hilarious.
Them niggas ain't got no shame though. They do that shit outside, wherever. I don't give a fuck.
Nigga, my daughter can't even sit on my lap. I don't even play that. Don't worry, you too old to be sitting on my lap. Get out of here. Word to my mother, and I love my baby girl. But you can't even sit on my lap because that don't even seem right to me.
Hey, this man
I
stuck.
agree.
Hey, this
Yo,
man stuck his
Kaz.
finger in the butt and smelled his finger, bro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, Kaz, that's like you saying that. I was walking through the mall yesterday, right? And I hate to pass judgment on people with their kids, but it was this dude, and I just looked to the left, man, and his daughter was all up in his middle of his lap. He was sitting there. I just glanced for a second. I'm like, oh hell no. But whenever I see that shit, I'm like, yo, if I ever had a daughter or son, like you ain't finna see me have them all up on my lap and shit. Like, nah, yo, that's crazy.
Hell no, bro. This is the true freaks, bro. They the true freaks, bro. Wherever they go, they corrupt stuff, yo.
Yeah, facts.
And the Middle Eastern niggas ain't no better either.
I know one thing. We better tighten the fuck up.
Ain't that the truth, though? That is the truth, Stu.
Hey, we out here talking about black men dating white women, and man, fuck that. Y'all see these black men in these skinny ass dresses, nigga?
Shit is different now, bro. It is different nowadays, bro.
Nigga, it's different, boy. We was talking about earlier, nigga, in Atlanta, boy. You, yikes.
I wouldn't even want to touch nothing in Atlanta, B. Don't care how good the joint look.
Yo, that's not my place to die, bro. I don't party in Atlanta, bro. I learned that a long time ago. No party in the A.
Glad I'm married.
Fuck around, had the east side stomp somebody.
Top of the top. Salute kings, queens. What up, though?
Top of the day, bro.
What's good, Chico?
What's up, Chico?
Morning,
Monday.
Top
Chico.
of the top, Chico.
Hey,
What's
Morning,
Miss.
up,
Miss
Miss
Lynn. What
Lynn?
up, Dave?
Hey, Miss Lane, you better watch yourself on them dating sites too.
Yeah, I've already there.
Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
good Lord. Yes. Oh my God. Y'all have no idea. Well, maybe you do, but yeah, it's a lot of military on there. And like, mm-mm. So I've only been on there. I was on there. I think I started like Thursday, and I've got over 200 and some likes. I'm like, okay. A conceited person would think, oh yeah, wow. They like, no, baby, no. No, they're nasty, dirty individuals. And I do have one I am still conversing with, and I did find him on Instagram. So he is a real person, but still treading lightly.
What's that mean, Miss Lynn? Instagram, he's a real person.
I mean, he has an Instagram, he's had it for a while. It's the same picture. There's videos of him working out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh shit.
So he's a person. Some of these other ones, like I put a picture in my PTR the other day, and you guys said, "Oh, he looks like a that looks like a catfish situation." So sure enough, when I responded, he wants to let's take this conversation off the app, and he wants me to, do you have WhatsApp on your phone? Like, no, I don't have that app on my phone. Well, if you put that on your phone and send me your phone number, I can add you. I'm like, I'm not adding other apps to my phone, so I just unmatched him. So yeah, it's kind of fishy.
Yeah, that sound fishy.
I remember a nigga had hit me up on Instagram talk about we've chosen you to be a part of the such and such Illuminati. I said these niggas is crazy. These niggas is crazy. Yo, that's when I used to have WhatsApp on my joint, and nigga was like, "Yo, we need to converse on WhatsApp so we can give you the rules if you accept this." And I was like, "These niggas is out here crazy."
They recruiting on the internet now, dog.
Niggas is scamming, yo. There's so many scams out here. It's funny as hell, bro.
And like the one I'm still talking to, he's in Italy. So I figure, okay, that's safe. He's in Italy. He's not back until he said he won't be back until before he said before December. So you know what? I get a little bored. We can keep chatting, but I'm very careful. I'm like every time he asks me a question, I'm looking for red flags, and I'm not going to give anything where, he can figure anything out or anything like that, which I know that's not a way to start, but I have to be careful because even though he seems like he may be legit, I'm gonna have trust issues anyway. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, wait till he send you about $500 and wait a few weeks later and then tell you something happened to his accounts and da 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 da. He need $1,000 and all this other.
That's not happening. I'm not sending you a dollar. I worked hard, too hard to get the money I got now. Ain't nobody gonna finesse me out of it.
Right on.
Thank God I'm married. This world right here is something different nowadays.
Well, shout out to everyone in this room. because that is my what is it? My blueprint. If if he doesn't sound and make me as comfortable as I am in this room with you guys, you're not the one.
It's definitely different out here nowadays, for real though. Word to mother. People crazy. I don't know who is who. You don't know these. This is the crazy. Yeah, the world used to be small. It used to. Somebody knew somebody, and then people all over the place. You don't know these people. I ain't got time. Monkeypox. Crazy, yo. Yo, one thing about me, man, like a lot of my mans, I thank God. I don't, God done blessed me because I done made it to be 42. I ain't never had an STD, but growing up, my mans used to always be going to free clinic, B. They used to always be going to free clinic, B. And I'm a leery dude, man. I'm a very leery dude, yo. Monkeypox.
Yeah, it's ugly out here, bro. Fuck all that. It ain't even worth it.
It ain't, bro. It ain't, bro. Me and my wife, we be getting in arguments, and she want to get. You know how women get some time. They want to put you on time. I'm like, cool. Cool. I go in the next bedroom, sleep. I got my game in there. I don't care. Cool. When you get happy again, we get it on again. But and I'm good.
Damn right. You go to your side, I go to my side. We chilling.
And we chilling. Facts. Yeah, facts. It ain't, man. It ain't safe, man. It's crazy, man. Like it's so many weirdos out here, you know what I'm saying? And the weirdos just ain't the people that's on the streets. Weirdos could be people that have careers and all kind of stuff, and then you don't know what kind of twisted stuff they got going on. And man, people be bugged out, bro. And if you got kids, it definitely ain't good to be trusting nobody around your kids. Like, Prince Andrew type niggas out here.
Facts.
I ain't even gonna point it on the sick dudes, cause it's sick chicks out here too. Like, it's some sick chicks out here, b.
This world crazy, man.
The evils definitely don't gender discriminate. Got that right.
It's a fact, bro. Joint real dangerous out here. But yeah, though, it's the morning. It's only 9:26. Well, I can't wait till I start next week work because I be bored. Some people be wanting to stay home and do nothing. I can't. It be bothering me.
Shit, I'm finna get ready to go to work now. Good morning, Miss Claus.
Oh shoot, Claire, how you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Nice.
hello.
Hey, what's up?
Have you had a spot of tea yet?
Have I had a what yet?
Have you had a spot of tea yet?
Oh, yes. I had tea this morning and I'm not far off ready to make another one.
Okay, Miss Claire.
You laugh, but I love my cups of tea.
I'm sure you do. Tea, I can't do the tea thing. I need a nice cup
Well,
of coffee, creamer, and some sugar.
Now, herein lies the funny thing. I don't like coffee, and I don't like Tia Maria, the alcohol, which is actually coffee based. But put the two together with cream on the top, and I'm very happy, thank you.
Okay, cool, cool. What is the weather like where you are today?
Um, it's a glorious afternoon. It's late. I mean, obviously we're September, so the temperature has dropped. Hold on a moment. Um, the temperature has dropped a bit, so it's a really comfortable temperature. There's a gentle breeze. The sun is out. The sky is blue. It's not very humid, so it's absolutely perfect for doing all sorts of things if you wanted to, or nothing. It's just that time of year that I absolutely love. It's glorious.
Okay, that's cool. Do you like chili con carne?
Uh, I don't like the kidney beans, and as that is a
Ooh.
crucial element of it, um, no. But if I could have chili con carne without the red kidney beans, yes.
Okay, cool.
Why not the kidney beans, ma'am?
I don't like kidney beans.
Do they
I
make
don't
you
like
bloated?
I don't like it's not just that, I don't like the texture of them, but it's the
Got you.
same for all the pulses. So it's not just kidney beans, it's lentils, it's chickpeas. Blah, 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 blah.
But
No,
you know
thank
that's the
you.
good. That's the good stuff, though.
I know it
That's
may
going
be
to
the good
regulate your
stuff, but
body.
that doesn't mean I like it.
Ah, what about kale? You like kale? Spinach?
Oh yeah, love spinach and kale. Yeah,
Okay, as
absolutely.
long as you replace your lentils with dark greens, you'll be just fine.
Oh yes.
Have you ever had collard greens?
No, I haven't.
See,
And
you
I
gotta
didn't have them when I went to the States a few years back.
see, yeah,
That's something that I need to try.
yeah, you gotta come over here and you got to go to a soul food place and get you some collard greens.
Okay, that's me told. Yes, I will.
Yes, yes, definitely got to do that. And some baked macaroni and cheese and some fried chicken.
What is it about macaroni cheese? It's the most boring meal ever. Give me a
What?
proper carbonara any day.
What?
Boring. You heard
I,
that? Boring. Fat
what?
on fat.
I can't, I can't believe you
Cause they
said
never
that, Miss
made it
Cleo.
right for you. You never
Yeah,
had it made right.
yeah, you got to get you some of that. You got to get you some good soul food. You got to get you some good soul food, and then you'll understand why it's so good. It's boring.
Well, mac and cheese. I mean, we just call it. I mean, you make it sound more exotic than it is.
Yeah.
It's pasta in a cheese sauce.
Now we see
I mean,
we ain't talking about Kraft macaroni and cheese. We ain't talking about that type of stuff. Now that ain't the type of stuff we talking about. We talking about that real deal baked macaroni and cheese that
Miss
somebody
Claire, they put
yeah.
eggs in their cheese.
so it's halfway to a carbonara.
Kind of like a quiche.
Okay.
Whenever you come back, Miss Claire, you have to find you a good soul food restaurant, and then you'll get it. You'll understand, and some barbecue ribs too.
Oh yeah, I like barbecue ribs. Yeah.
You gotta come to Texas for them.
Well, I don't know when it'll be before I travel again. I'm not convinced that I'm ready to get on a plane yet.
Is that because of the pandemic?
Yeah, at the moment, it's not really over. We're all living as though it is, but it isn't really.
Don't
But
worry about that, Miss Claire. It's pure rubbish. It is. You'll be okay. It is just pure rubbish.
I love your confidence. I'll be okay.
So, what have you have on your agenda today?
um, well, I've had a completely lazy morning and done nothing. I've been out and done some shopping, and now I am getting ready because Mum and I are going away on holiday tomorrow for a few days. So, um, there's ironing of clothes and sorting out what I want to take and gathering it all up and getting ready for tomorrow, really.
So, when you say holiday for a few days, do you actually mean a few days, or do you mean weeks or a month?
No, I mean a few days. Mum and I, we're going away on holiday tomorrow, lunchtime, and we'll be back home Friday afternoon.
Okay, where are you all going to?
Well, we live in the south of England in a town called Royal Tunbridge Wells, which is halfway between London and the south coast. And we're going north to a place called Sheffield. Um, my mum has a friend there, and we're going to see him. He's had one of my stepfather's carvings for the best part of a year to mend it because my mother damaged it, and we're going to collect it.
Okay, sounds cool. What else are you all gonna do there? Any sightseeing?
A little bit of sightseeing. We'll probably go to a stately house or a garden while we're up there. We haven't really made that decision yet. We tend to look at what's around and then make the decision on the morning what we're actually going to do that day. Very relaxed, nothing stressful.
Okay. We just looked at a a snippet of a video some time ago of the people there responding to Megan. Seems like quite a few people didn't want to shake her hand.
Oh,
Stu,
that
you want to put
surprises me. Are you talking about the public or the royal family or
the public?
the... Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Hold
Stu,
on, give me 1 second. I'll get it for you.
I was just about to ask you to put that back up for Miss Claire.
okay. Because um on Friday when um Harry and Meghan did a walkabout with William and Catherine in Windsor, the crowd seemed to be exceedingly pleased to see her. One lady gave her a huge hug. So I'm surprised at what you're saying. How old is the video that you're about to put up?
I'm not quite sure, but the gentleman that is putting it up, he may know.
It was trending this weekend on Twitter.
Okay. All right. Well, when you've put it up, I'll have a look. Um, I think the trouble is Meghan was welcomed with open arms, but I think particularly for my age and older, there are mixed feelings about Meghan now, not because of the fact that she's mixed race or considered black, not because of that at all. I think it's um, far more to do with the way she's behaved since. The big one being the Oprah interview that ang- angered um, a, a huge amount of the population. I mean, I I I don't think I would want to shake her hand because I hold her responsible for the Oprah interview. Now I know Harry's a grown man and I know he's more than capable of saying it. And I think they were both in the wrong when it comes to that interview. And if I'm honest, I'm not sure I'd want to shake Harry's hand either. um, because Harry and Meghan know, having been within the royal family, that the motto, in effect, is never complain, never explain. And to do that interview on the worldwide stage, which they knew would happen, they knew it would go all round the world, when they knew that the royal family were not going to answer back, wouldn't, were never going to. I think it damaged their reputation more than almost anything else they've done.
You know, traditions are made to be broken, right?
Absolutely. But in the royal family, it's evolution, not revolution.
So did they not evolve?
No, I think they wanted to make their points regardless, and they did. And I think they did that without any real thought about the impact of what would happen next.
You said that you and your mom were going on holiday. Do you believe your life is about your mom or your life is about you?
At the moment, my life is about my mum more than it is about me, because my mum is 78, increasingly frail, has increasingly less mobility, and at the moment, if it was a choice between my life or hers, when it came to my choices, it would be my mum.
Well, I commend you for being there for your mom, first of all. Um, Apparently, you have a good mom that has done right by you. However, parents don't, a child is not required to take care of their parent. That's not there. That's like,
Yeah, my
that,
mum and I have fallen out for years.
right? So, with that, whatever the traditions have been, which you know far better than I do, of the royal family, at what point does a person or two people that have come together as one decide to live their lives? Or do you just live in some misery to keep up a tradition?
Neither. Harry and Meghan made it clear that they did not want to be full-time working royals. The hybrid role that they proposed was not accepted and was never going to be, and Harry really should have known that, even if Meghan didn't. So the move to Canada initially and then America, as far as I was concerned, was sad, but okay. If that's what they want to do, they are fully entitled to live their life. Absolutely. They want to live their life their way, and they have children that they want to bring up the way that they want to bring them up. Totally get it. Don't have a problem with that. Completely understand. It was the damaging things that they said about the royal family that didn't have to be said. And there were some important details that were missing, deliberately to damage the royal family as well, which I did not like. And I know because I know of the details that they deliberately didn't say. So there are times where I struggle with Meghan and Harry coming here and expecting things to be wonderful, because I don't think they understand the damage that they have done. Or if they do, they don't care. Either way, I'm not convinced that the way that they have behaved was necessarily the right way, in my eyes.
Right. You, you, it's funny what you just said, what you ended with. You said the right way in your eyes. And I find that to be funny. Here in America, uh, we have these, just like you all have sports teams, you know, football there. Um, we have these athletes, and they make a lot of money to do what they do. And with these athletes, we have what is called fans, which is short for fanatics. And when an athlete uh, chooses to do whatever he or she decides to do, people have a major issue with the decisions that this person, who you have nothing to do with how they got to where they are, decides to do. And I always find that to be very strange. In particular, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but it's this American athlete named LeBron James. And quite some time ago, LeBron, he comes from this state in America called Ohio. And he came from high school and played for the basketball team of his state. He decided to leave that particular team and go somewhere else. And people were in outrage. A great number of people were in outrage of his decision, which is his life's decision. These people did nothing to help him get to where he got into life. But they began to dislike him. Even they burnt his jersey in the street. They stood outside of his home and said whatever, and they were in total outrage. And all the while, I said to myself, which of these people would have ever cared about this man's life decisions if he couldn't dribble a basketball and put it inside of a basket? And quite naturally, the same or similar to these people. Harry, yes, born of this lineage, he decided to live his life how he decided. He found love in this woman. He doesn't want to live the way, or he wants to break away from traditions. Why are people so much in an outrage or upset about his decisions when if he wasn't who he was, they would not care about his life decisions? Hello?
Yeah, Cash just dropped new jewels on him.
So I say the traditions are made to be broken. Something can start out one way. When you said about evolution and not revolution, the evolution of mankind is to go forward. It is not to stay where he or she has been. So go ahead.
Let me go back to the LeBron analogy. If you put Harry as LeBron, having grown up in the royal family and made the decision to leave the royal family, that's sad, but that's his decision. That's fine. The problem for me is when he turned round and started bad mouthing the royal family. So if you're LeBron, turned round and started being negative and saying nasty things, detrimental things about the state of Ohio and its people. That's the problem for me, not the fact that Harry's moved away, not the fact that he wants to live in America with Meghan and bring up their children their way. That's absolutely fine. It's sad that he has chosen to leave the royal family as a working member, but that's his decision, and I get it. If he doesn't want to live in that goldfish bowl, I don't have a problem with that. That's entirely his decision. The problem comes when he starts bad mouthing where he's come from, knowing fully, utterly, and totally that the people that he is bad mouthing will not defend themselves. And actually, he's only telling half truths because he's missing out some very important details. That's my problem with Harry. Not the fact that he left, not the fact that he married Meghan, not the fact that they want to bring up their children their way. All of that I get, all of that I understand, all of that is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with any of that whatsoever.
So you know the view of the house from outside of it is quite different from the understanding of the house from the inside, correct?
Yeah,
So, I don't, can you hear me? Okay, so with that said, or that understanding agreed upon, wouldn't you say that most things that we as people know about something that's going on in the inside is quite different than what's actually going on in the inside? And could it not be possible that this man may still feel some way about his mom's passing?
quite probably. Almost certainly. Yes.
So, I believe, and if I'm incorrect, you can definitely correct me. When speaking about Princess Di, you said a few days ago that she was like this polarizing figure, like she surpassed her husband. It was about her. He could be doing one thing that was supposed to be important, and she could be out having lunch somewhere, and the talk was about her.
Yeah.
So when again being outside of the house, the view or the understanding that we have of the house is quite different than what's actually going on. So when you speak about the royal family and being talked about or views being given about it, we're talking about an image of something. The outside image of it is, for lack of better words, it is prestigious, it is holy, or it is this, it is that. But we actually never know what's going on inside of the house.
Um, not all
Yeah,
of it,
Dave.
no. But we do know some of the facts.
One thing I've learned about, and this is just on a base level, one thing I learned about people is you never know what's going on inside of their homes until someone says so. Because image, in most cases, is everything. You can see a family, they appear to be a wonderful and great family, but you never know of the horrors that's going on inside that household. And when someone begins to speak that is from the inside, that's their truth. We None of us are in the inside. See, you have more insight than all of us about this. That is your country, your land, and this is something that you've grown up with. Some your mom, and going further back in your bloodline or lineage has grown up with knowing. It is held to some prestige, but we don't know what's going on the inside.
To some extent, you're right. But my point remains that Harry and Meghan in the Oprah interview chose to denigrate, badmouth, talk badly, however you want to put it. They chose that course of action knowing that the royal family would not answer back. And we know that Harry has left out some very important facts in that interview to make things, to tell his story his way, to slant things his way when he is not saying details that would actually change that narrative. And that's my problem.
So wouldn't they been able to come out and defend themselves in the position against what he was stating to make it not true?
The royal family would never ever do that. They just don't do it.
You
So
know
if you
when
give me one narrative, then that's the only narrative I can go with, correct?
Sorry, I'm not sure that I understand what you're saying, Kareem. My apologies.
What I'm saying is he spoke about it from his perspective in regards to whatever was occurring inside the walls of their house. And if I don't get a counter to that, then I can only look at it from one person's perspective. So his truth is the only truth and it's absolute because there's nothing to go against or counter that.
But it's not absolute because he missed out very important details that he knew about, that the British public know about, that he chose not to say on the Oprah interview, which means that it is given a different slant. And they've done that on the world stage.
Okay, so you said he left out details that the British public knows about. I'm gonna just stick with America for a second, right? So, America,
Okay.
these United States of America, will paint a picture of someone being bad and evil and corrupt, right? But this government is one of the most foulest and corrupt governments ever in existence, right? A few years ago, there was an interview with American journalist was interviewing Vladimir Putin, and they were questioning Vladimir about the wrongs in Russia, and he stuck this interviewer by saying, "Still in this day and time, your black citizens are being shot down in the streets." And I bring this up to say, excuse me, something. I'm just eating something. I bring this up to say, how do we know? We only know what is told to us. America said at a time that Saddam Hussein was corrupt and evil, but America is the one that put Saddam Hussein in power. They said that Manuel Noriega, I don't know if you know who this guy is. They said he was corrupt and evil, but America put
Yeah,
him in
I do
power.
know who he is.
They did business with him. So how now is this person so corrupt and evil when this same person that you're saying is corrupt and evil, you did business with this individual? So again, the public only knows what the government allows them to know. The public can never know the real truth because the public is not a part of what's really going on. In America, they have a saying, "We the people." We the people is not a statement of inclusion. It is actually a statement of exclusion. Because who are the people? The people aren't deciding the laws. The people don't decide what's going to be or what's not going to be. So it's actually a statement of exclusion. So the people actually never really know absolute truth. They only know what they're being told.
I hear what you're saying and why, but I'm not sure how to relate that to Harry.
Because you,
Let me give you one example. One example. Um, he said that his father had cut him off financially and he only managed to survive by the money that was left to him by his mother. That's narrowed down, but that's in essence what happened in the interview. That's what Harry said. In fact, Harry wasn't cut off by his father. His father had given him 1.5 million to sort out the debts that he owed for Frogmore Cottage, which is the home in Windsor. When it comes to the money that he was left by Diana, yes, absolutely. She left him a lot of money. But he also failed to mention that he was left considerably more money, and he didn't mention this, by the person that the British public refer to as the Queen Mother. So, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen who's just died, her mother set up a trust for the grandchildren who were not expected to inherit as much money as, say, for example, William, who is the heir and who is now Prince of Wales and Duke of Cornwall, has inherited the money that entails, which is considerable. You're talking millions and millions of pounds a year from the Duchy of Cornwall that William will now manage. But the Queen Mother, knowing of the inequality, um, set up trust funds for the grandchildren that were worth millions and millions. And they were worth more than the money that Diana left William and Harry because the Queen Mother was worth a lot more. And it's those sorts of things. Harry had stated that he wanted to be financially independent, so his father cleared the debts and Harry had a clean slate. He didn't just have the money from Diana that he mentioned, But he failed to mention the many more millions that the Queen Mother had gave him. And it's those sorts of things that I have a problem with. He says his father cut him off financially. Well, no, not quite. His father cleared his debts when Harry had said that he wanted to be financially independent. It it's those sorts of things that I, as a member of the public, have a problem with. Oh, sorry.
You still there, Miss Claire?
Yeah, sorry, I was about to cough.
Okay. Well, I hope you
So
feel
it's
well.
those inaccuracies that I object to. It's those sort of misleading representations done deliberately to cast Prince Charles, as he was, now our king, in a poor light, to cast his mother as the saint. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a huge Diana fan. I am far more a Diana fan than I was any other member of the royal family. But to neglect to mention that his father paid off his debts and to neglect to mention that the Queen Mother left him millions, to the British public, he actually came across as very entitled. I want this. I'm entitled to that. I'm badly treated. Actually, fuck you, Harry. You're one of the wealthiest men in the country. Time to grow up.
That's what I was gonna say. Sound like a spoiled brat.
Exactly. Yes.
Miss Claire. She had to get that off her chest.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
Golly.
yeah, yeah,
I had to come off of mute on that one. Golly.
yeah.
So it's that sort of thing. Harry deliberately slanted the interview, knowing that there were other things going on that he chose not to vocalise in the Oprah interview to come across as poor me, when actually he's worth millions. Millions. If he looked after himself and after his finances, which actually his father would help him do, he would never have to work again. The fact that he's complaining about his lack of money, I'm quite frankly the only person who feels sorry for Harry is Harry.
Damn.
Yes, I think if I had seen him at Windsor, I would think twice about shaking his hand because of those circumstances. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but you asked the question. Boy, did you get the answer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you
I
know,
think we
no, no,
all
no.
needed that though. That
Yeah, no need.
clarification.
Yeah, no need to
That cleared up
apologize.
a lot of shit, Cassie. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't
that
gonna
yeah.
clears
lie.
that
That's
clarification.
that's that's no need for you to apologize. You're expressing your point and your sentiments. That's quite well. No need to apologize.
I
And
have a
we
question.
definitely don't hear that side over here.
Exactly. And Harry knows that as well. You see, so that's why here in Britain there is an element of hesitation, not so sure about that. I mean, we all understand that he wanted to move to America, he wanted an independent life, he wanted to bring up his children differently. Fine, absolutely fine. But you don't have to badmouth your own blood family to do that.
Miss Claire,
Or
I
at
want
least
to
I don't think you do.
Miss Claire, I want to get something straight. He's in North America.
Yeah.
He's not in real America. America's United States, as we would call it over here.
Okay.
He's in North, up there by Alaska and stuff.
And
Yeah, he
that
ain't
was
over here
me
where we
thinking it
at.
was Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
Monte Pinto.
no. He's nope. He's up there in the ice caps.
Okay.
That boy, I tell you, when she let that off her chest, that joint was funny. She said, "Well, F you, Harry."
F you, Harry. Get a goddamn new job.
Claire,
Yeah.
when you say that his father cleared his debts, did did you find that out? Was that a response from the Oprah interview, or was that something that you knew prior to the Oprah interview? In other words, did they come out and dispute that
No,
he was cut
it was
off
known
after the?
before the Oprah interview
Okay,
that Prince Charles had cleared Harry's debts, because at
okay,
that point Charles was Duke of Cornwall, which is the role that Prince William has just inherited. And we all know that the Duchy of Cornwall has a huge amount of land, a huge income, for want of a better term, from various sources within the duchy. So they are landowners, they have shops, they have um, goods and things that they sell in their shops.
Wow.
So it was, I wouldn't say it was well known, but it was known before the Oprah interview that Charles had cleared Harry's debts. Full stop. Harry walked away owing nothing in England when initially he went to Canada and then on to America from there. It wasn't well known, but yes, it was known.
What kind of debt is that? What do you know? Like
Well,
school or stuff?
no, because the children, I mean, Lilibet hadn't even been born, and Archie was too young to be at school. But um, the lifestyle that they led, the fact that they had had a cottage on in the grounds of Windsor Castle that they had spent, I think it was something like 2.5 million yeah, something like 2.5 million on it, updating it. And because it was for personal use, not part of the public role, um,
So pretty
they
much they were
borrowed
just
from,
out there. They were just out there just spending money.
yeah, to some extent. I mean, we don't have a problem. I mean, the money was lent from the public purse on the assumption that Harry was going to be based near in Windsor, as a support to the Queen. Now, when Harry and Meghan made the decision that no, they weren't going to do that, at that point, the public thought, hang on a minute, we've just spent millions on refurbishing a house for that purpose that you're now not going to do. Hang on a minute, what about our money? And the return of the money came from Prince Charles, not from Harry. And I don't even think Harry's paying his father back. I don't know, to be fair. I will stick my hands up, that's not in the public domain. My guess would be that he isn't, because things are so bad between Harry and the rest of the family. And my reaction to that is actually that's because Harry's only got himself to blame. But there we go.
Well, definitely thank you again for the insight, Claire.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. You know me, I'm always happy to chat about the royal family, and I'm quite happy to get on my little